Welcome to the USA Ultimate US Open Championships. Hi everybody, I'm Evan Lepler. A gorgeous day here in Blaine, Minnesota for the opening day of competition. And already a couple of the defending champions from a year ago have been knocked off. A ton of talent on hand overall though, so let's jump into the day one highlights. The horn blared and we were off with Denver's Johnny Bravo and Boston's Ironside. A tight game throughout. Here Jimmy Mickle hits Ryan Farrell, all smiles early for Bravo. Ironside's George Stubbs shooting this one for Piers McNaughton. On the brink of the goal line, Danny Clark runs with him, and Ironside quickly counters for the score. Later, Brett Matsuka, a newcomer to Bravo, hits Jimmy Mickle. Then Ryan Morgan, one more to Owen Westbrook, and Bravo's offense looking very smooth. Everyone's heard of George Stubbs, but it's time to meet his little brother, John Stubbs. He receives the flick from Jack Hatchett, and Russell Wallach finishes the score for Boston. Check out this sequence here from Jimmy Mickle, the 2014 Callahan Award winner and college champ with Colorado. A big sky, followed by this crafty throw for Johnny Bravo, and Morgan is there. Game point here for Bravo. Jesse Ream hits Sean Keegan in space for the clincher. And Bravo beats Boston Ironside 15-13 to kick off day one of competition. We followed Bravo into its next showdown against the defending national champions, Revolver from San Francisco. On serve early, Evan Boucher targets Bo Kittredge all alone in the end zone for the score. Then Keegan delivers on the money. Brett Matsuka wide open in the end zone. A perfect put for Bravo, and we're even. San Francisco staying with a deep game early. When you got Bo Kittredge, why not? Cassidy Rasmussen sends this one long, and Kittredge makes the play in the end zone again. But Revolver's offense got sloppy. Jordan Jeffries' deep shot defended by Bravo newcomer Kurt Gibson. And Denver dominated this one late. Stanley Peterson hauls it in near the end zone, and one more flip closes it out. A mighty impressive start for Johnny Bravo, cruising past Revolver 15-8. How would Revolver respond? We follow the defending club champs for a rematch of last year's title game against Seattle Sockeye. Both teams 1-1 heading into this round 3 contest. Reed Koss feeds Matt Rader near the goal line, and Justin Lim completes the Seattle score. Revolver remained efficient in the red zone itself. Jordan Jeffrey with a quick flick, connecting with Joel Schlackett. Here, Philip Murray gets creative for Sockeye, dropping the hammer perfectly, and Rader hauls it in. Sockeye's Tyler Kinley wants another hammer score, but Marcelo Sanchez deflects it for the D. Revolver counters. Deep shot to Kittredge. And one more to Simon Higgins, and Revolver is in. We fast forward all the way to double game point, 15-all. Revolver goes to its top playmaker, who else? Bo Kittredge. Skies in the end zone, catching the Robbie Cahill backhand huck to give Revolver a 16-15 victory. A great game between two fierce rivals with great spirit after the match.
Great game, great fight. We look forward to playing you guys again.
Day one of the women's division produced some surprising results. The action began with Seattle's Riot taking on Austin Showdown. Austin in the white, and Shireen Raby launches long for the showdown score. Riot retaliates. Alyssa Weatherford dials the backhand to Katie Crayley in the end zone. A back and forth game featuring some spectacular defense. Sarah Levin uses her size to deflect the disc for Showdown. Later, Janelle Van Zant hustles while guarding the handler, and it all leads to Catherine Forth's sparkling hammer. Levin is there, but Riot proved too good. Sarah Serge Griffith airs this one out. Khalees Cardenas the receiver. And then Dominique Fontenette delivers to Shannon O'Malley to wrap up the Riot win, 15-7 over Showdown. Also in the early session, the perennial Bay Area power suffered a surprising setback. San Francisco's Fury taking on Vancouver's Traffic, and the Canadian team stormed to a big lead. Catherine Huey to Laura Mason, and then more from Vancouver. Katie Barazan hits Terry Whitehead. Traffic pulls away, prevailing 15-8 over Fury. In the second round of action, the defending women's champs from Washington, D.C. took on Showdown. Scandal looked sharp early, with Maggie John finding Samantha McClellan, reaching up and hauling it in for Scandal. Showdown integrating some new players into its lineup, like former UCF standout Sonny Harris. Her big huck finds Raby, who needs one more toss for the score, and Showdown has its answer. Scandal finished strong in this one, though. Sandy Jurgensen hustles and redirects the disc to create the turnover. And John picks up another assist, connecting with Amy Hudson. The final score, Scandal 15, Showdown 9. Right next door to Scandal, Fury was battling Boston's Brute Squad. Here, Sheena Titcomb dials deep to Chelsea Whitty Garcia. A majestic backhand, and Boston has the score. Fury's response, a pretty flick from Nancy Sun. Floating to Kayla Jurgensen. But Brute Squad made a statement by beating Fury for the first time in its team's history. Emily Bacher's hammer drops into Leanne Hoffman, and Boston shocks San Francisco. Fury dropping its second straight, falling 15-12 to Brute Squad. Could Fury, the 7-time national champions, possibly go winless on day one? It seemed like a possibility as they prepare to battle the 2013 champs from DC. Fury struck first after a marathon opening point. Alex Snyder hitting Christy Bowen, and this began a big Fury run. Nancy Sun puts it to space, and Anna Nazaroff attacks the disc. Fury gaining momentum. After another Scandal mistake, Lisa Pitt-Caithley loops it for Alex Snyder, and Fury opens the contest with 6 straight scores. And here's another one of them. Sun sails it long for Shmina Ryan, getting horizontal for San Francisco. On game point for Fury, Nazaroff with a spectacular put, grooving the backhand into the outstretched grasp of Pitt-Caithley. It was basically a must-win for San Francisco, and Fury came through, dismantling Scandal 15-8. It was also a big day for the mixed division, highlighting round 1, a Beantown battle. The Ghosts taking on Wildcard in an early test for the two Boston teams. Wildcard dictated the tempo in this one, both defensively and offensively. Cody McGinnis shoots it for Lily Stepanidis, a goal for Wildcard. Big throws from the Ghosts, but they could not find the right rhythm. Paul Norgard, a pretty throw, but Casey Turp comes up empty. And in the end, Wildcard takes care of business. Shelley Cohen to Vincenzo Vitello. 15-7 Wildcard, defeating the Ghosts in the Boston battle. In round 2 action, Toronto Union battling 1-1 the squad from Bucaramanga, Colombia. Union entering as the 2013 Canadian mixed champs, and the Toronto team looked sharp early, making plays near the goal line. The South American club also made things happen. Ivan Corredor hammers to Andrea Prada. Late in the game, Toronto closed it out. Matt Kirk elevating for the D, and Union would quickly convert. Hidayah Roderick dials Jamie Galloway, and Union victorious 15-12. Unquestionably, the biggest game of the day in the mixed division featured a pair of 2-0 clubs. Minneapolis Dragon Thrust versus San Francisco's Polar Bears, the top 2 seeds, both looking to remain unbeaten. Back and forth at the outset. Dave Klink to James Hron, little push pass for the home team. The Polar Bears counter. Greg Marlia, backhand, finding Adam Rady in the end zone. Another Polar Bears highlight. Kevin Cox hammers crossfield to Tom Watson. But just like in last year's national title game, Dragon Thrust got the job done. Mike Clark delivers deep to Sarah Mexstroth, and then Austin Lean surveys and discovers Jake McKean. Minneapolis runs away with the second half to discard the Polar Bears 15-9 the final.
The action continues tomorrow here in Minnesota on Independence Day, where the best teams in the world try to rise to the top. Thanks for watching our Day 1 recap here from the U.S. Open Championships in Blaine, Minnesota. I'm Evan Lepler.